Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to learn if and ifs function. So we have taken one example here, like five students, as you can see on the screen, A, B, C, D, and E, and then their marks. So let's say the out of 100 marks, let's say for passing 40 marks are required. Now I want to, now this list is small, let's say for only five students. But what if I have list of 100, 200, let's say 500 students? In that case, it is practically not possible to see each and every cell and then determine whether the student is pass or fail. So what we do is we create a logical condition using if formula, and then copy and paste it over other roads, and then we can identify which student has passed and which student has failed. So we will apply a formula, let's say equal to if, then I open the bracket, then logical test is, let's say I select the cell which will pull the data. So let's say if cell B3 is greater than 39, then I say comma, then colon, then PSS pass, then I again colon, comma, else fail. So this is how this formula works. So now let me copy and paste this formula below. So now you can see it is giving the appropriate result. As you can see, every student had scored either more than 40 or more marks. So let's say I change the marks of student D, let's say, and make it, let's say, 25. Then the result will change automatically. And by this logic, uh, you can use this logic to identify results for any of the data set that you have. So this was about only two results, like whether pass or fail. But what if I have multiple conditions that I want to apply? Let's say now I know which student has passed and which student has failed, but within those who have passed, I want to see who had scored, who are, like, let's say, good, average, or extraordinary. So we will put some conditions here. Let's say if the marks are between 40 and, let's say, mm, 70, then we will call it as 40 and, let's say, 60, then we will call it as below average. Then 60 and 75 we will say good. 75 to 90 maybe above average, and then above 90 will be extraordinary. So I say, so the formula that I apply is ifs. I, ifs. If cell B3 is greater than 39, then I say, let's say, below average, or I will just say AVG, average, below average. Then again comma. Then again, for we go back for our logical test, select the cell. If this is greater than 60, then average. Then again comma. Then I go for next logical test. If cell B3 is greater than 75, then I say above average. And then what I say is, if cell B3 is greater than mm, 89, then extraordinary. Else fail. we looked at the if condition. Now what if there are multiple conditions and multiple results that I want to produce using if? Here there were only two results, either pass or fail, but now let's say I want to you know uh, produce results where I am ranking the students as good, average, or something like that. So let's try to build some condition. So equal to, I go with ifs IFS. So I open the bracket, I select the cell. If B3 is greater than or equal to 90, then I say excellent, or let's say extraordinary. Then let's say B3 is greater than or equal to 75, then I say above average. Again, if bracket open, B3 is greater than or equal to 60, then I don't need if here actually. I go ahead straight away. So if B3 is greater than equal to 60, then I say average. Then if B3 is greater than or equal to 40, then I say below average. Else I say fail. Fail, instead of that I will say if B3 is less than 40, then fail. Enter. Now this formula will work, and now you can see how the results are produced. Now let me change any of the figure. Let's say I make it 25, then you can see immediately the result has changed. It was 60 at average. Now let me change this 90 to 78, then it is, then the result in column C remains pass, but this becomes above average. So this is how you can use if and ifs function. Now, in this formula, there are some important aspects which you need to keep in mind, or any of the Excel formula. So, let's say if you are putting any text in any of the formula, then this double quotation is extremely important. Starting a formula with quotation and ending it with quotation, that is very important. And as you can see here, what I have applied is if B3 is greater than or equal to 90, so we can maybe change this condition to greater than 89, let's say. Still this formula will work. So whenever you want to put like greater than or an equal to or less than and equal to, this is how the formula is written. Like let's say I will show you in a separate cell maybe. So this is greater than and equal to, you can either write this, or less than and equal to, like this also you can write if you want to make it less than or equal to. For example, at the end we have written 40, it is less than 40. Now I can make it something like this, less than or equal to, and then put 39. So in that way also the formula will work perfectly. Thank you.